So as you probably remember, Jacob was saying that he got a message. A distress signal from a ship that his dad was a member on, like a crew member of the ship, and disappeared like 12 years ago or something. A long time ago. These planets are not named properly because they're so far away and unexplored, and I think the ship is called the Gernsback. The Gernsback was like an exploration ship. So Jacob's dad disappeared 12 years ago or so, and all of a sudden the ship that he was on is sending out distress signals, and somebody passed that distress signal to Jacob. And that's about as much as we know at this stage. And we'll figure it out from here. Named after an Asari scientist, this remote planet appears to have been on the list of forbidden mass relays that led to uncharted space. The planet is habitable. Okay.
General distress.
It's got element 0 and quite serious amounts of element 0 too. I mean, that might be element 0 from the ship crash itself. Alright, Jacob, let's solve this mystery for you. We will figure it out. We gotta take Jacob. And who else shall we bring with us? Well, who else would we? Miranda's passive ability is just too good to pass up. As for Jacob, let's give him a couple of levels here. He can be a veteran or a specialist. I'll take specialist. I'll take the weapon damage, and then I think we'll max out incendiary ammo on him. We don't really need squad incendiary, I think. Because, I mean, squad incendiary at least would allow him to give incendiary ammo to the other teammate. But I already have access to incendiary ammo, so the benefit of squad, it's not like he could give me incendiary ammo, right? So the question is, do I want him to have a better Inferno ammo? Or do I want him to give, like, Miranda incendiary? I think this would be better, because like if Miranda has it, then it's like he has 40% and she has 40%, so together they're like 80%. Whereas this is just like 60% for him, plus this burst thingy, which is sometimes useful but often not. So we'll go with that actually, now that I've thought about it. And we'll save the rest of the points for barrier. I'm not a gigantic fan of pull in general. Jacob, let's get you using the phalanx, and let's get you using the eviscerator. And Miranda, again, can you use the phalanx? And the Tempest, yeah, like that. And I'm okay with all of this, I think. Yeah, we're good here. Let's check this place out. Oh, it looks like a tropical paradise. Okay.
I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Okay. So let's set ourselves up here. Jacob, can you hit that? See, you gave it to everybody. Now we'll switch weapons.
Switching sidearms.
On it.
And now Jacob, do it again. There we go. Now Miranda's got it and he's got it. Jacob will keep him on the pistol for now, and Miranda will stay with the submachine gun.
Done.
And now for me, I'll put the weapons, or the ammo powers that I want without overriding anything that Miranda has, and without Jacob overriding me. It's kind of a silly little bit of micromanagement, but it has to be done. I mean, to be honest with you, Jacob might have a better incendiary... No, we have equal incendiary ammo, so it's fine. I was about to say, if he had a better incendiary ammo than me, I should just use his. But he doesn't. Let's go with... let's go with that here. And let's go with incendiary on this. And we'll take it from there. You know what? Actually, we'll go with disruptor on this.
There it is.
And incendiary on this.
Mostly intact. They could have survived impact,
But it's been years. I don't know why he didn't say finish his sentence. So there it is, the Gernsback, or at least part of it. It's very peaceful here. Seems nice. Got palm trees. Lots of vegetation.
looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
You'd think, right? Seems to be lots of equipment scattered around. Let me get some spare parts here. Whatever these spare parts are.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology.
Okay.
Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
8 years. What's this?
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
That does not sound good. Sounds like the crew were not getting along very well.
Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology.
What do you have to say?
But this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years,
8 years.
237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
Ronald
That's
Taylor.
not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Unsafe deceleration.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Oh, really? Investment and crew. It's good to know the crew are an afterthought. Wouldn't want to lose that investment.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
Good question.
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent.
So they fixed it within a year.
Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of acting
Not
Captain
12 years. I guess
Ronald
they've been here
Taylor.
10 years then.
Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
So it took them a year to get the beacon up and running, and then they waited almost 9 years to activate it.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
It sounds like the food here is toxic.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
Agreed. That all makes sense. But again, we still got these disturbing logs. Let's get in here. See what's going on. Partial crew log. That does not sound good. That sounds like some harassment was going on before. And it's developed further into something significantly more sinister.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get
Ooh.
out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
It sounds like the doctor was being affected by the plant life, the neural decay. Look, they had so much neural decay they forgot their money and they're just laying around here. You know, I'll secure their funds for them. Maybe they'll come back and check for it later. And maybe they won't. 3,000.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do, right? Like, I know it's on a military ship. I guess it's a commercial or exploration vessel. But, like, I guess he was first officer for a reason, right? Presumably he was good enough to be second in command. Alright. This looks like an arena. Hello.
You came from the sky?
Yeah.
The leader said someone would come.
Uh-huh.
He delayed for so long, but he still has power.
What a strange
Some
sentence.
have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They
My
will
star?
not let you help him.
Calm down, yes.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it.
Clearly.
He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out.
Uh-huh.
He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue.
Watch out.
Easy.
Hunters.
Easy
won't
there.
Stop until the leader is dead.
The way her head is like rolling around looks so weird. Agents of the liar. Okay, what's going on here, friends? Let us say that we can get you guys set up here, and I will go there. These guys are feral hunters. Feral implying that they were domesticated but are no longer domesticated.
Have a nice trip.
I couldn't pick the target that I wanted. Gotta be more decisive than that. I hear some mechs in the distance, so we might have to deal with that. There's a lot of these guys. And the aim punch is so annoying. Hello, friend. You seem to have gotten awfully close. There we go. Let's get that. This guy we can probably headshot. Yep. We almost didn't though. Once again, the aim punch being the issue.
Enemy down.
fucking aim punch, dude. It made me miss there. I mean, he's dead. Did I miss? I don't know. He's dead. Maybe one of my teammates killed him, but that was annoying. Alright, are you the last one? Oh, you're dead.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
I don't know how you know that. Like, I don't know what... I mean, I guess you must have seen, like, the indicators over them that said feral hunter.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
I mean, she's magically floating above the ground, so she knows something that you don't. That was a lot of fire, I have to say. It was very intense. Spare parts. Any ammo? So this is a bit incongruous. Remember, this ship crashed 10 years ago. 2 years ago, we were in Mass Effect 1, and there was no such thing as thermal clips. Remember, thermal clips in lore were developed in response to Geth technology, and that was in response to the Geth incursions that were part of Mass Effect 1. So why these survivors have all of this technology from 2 years ago when they've been stranded here for 10 years is an inconsistency. Stripped mech. I guess this is the mech that we heard.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
What is that?
Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They appear docile. They're not attacking. Is that the...
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
It's possible.
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
So he promised to call the sky is the beacon, and apparently they were forced to consume the local food.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop. Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
It was obvious enough. Let's talk to them.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here. I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing. He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
That was really well timed with the animation of Jacob.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Looks like some kind of flying robot man.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
That does not sound above board.
The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
I hope they won't. I mean, I've already had a couple of critical mission failures. I don't want any more.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
You hear that? You got a bad face. That's what she said. Sergeant Badface over here.
Authorized for lethal force.
Oh, really?
And obedience. Weapons forbidden.
Really? I am not in a cooperative mood. Will you die, please?
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
Stop making excuses. More spare parts. If we're going to be dealing with these mechs, then we might want to go to incendiary ammo.
Please, here. You could end it.
Oh, you're the doctor that we heard. Hello.
You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this.
I might.
I forget how to
probably.
read, but this was the start. What he promised and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Yes, yes, the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father
Reasonable.
restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
You know, it's hard to think about hearing for a year that, oh yeah, we're still working on that beacon repair. Don't worry, we're still on it. A year?
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets.
I mean, holy shit, man.
After the beacon is fixed, the officers
What the
appear in
fuck?
the casualties too. After, my father took control and didn't stop it.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe.
Right.
All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
It sure seems that way.
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Neither do I.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Yeah.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Yep. Inactive mech set to explode. I mean, we could just climb over these things or knock them over, but I mean, I guess an explosion. Fine. There we go. Let's get out of here.